Okay. Now what we did yesterday? We were going through pointers, isn't it? Pointer basics. Did you miss anything extra? What we were doing? Is the screen visible to you? Screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yesterday we we were writing a program on pointer. Was it complete or incomplete? I think at the end I just closed the end the session. Okay, we'll see it. Do you any questions? Whatever we covered. If anybody is having any doubt questions, you can ask. Meantime, we'll try to solve those questions. So what was yesterday's file? Maybe P1. So acha, okay. We were discussing this one. Okay. Both pointers as well as functions. Okay. Function, the way functions can be called. Functions can be called with just passing values, or they can be called by passing references. When we pass normally values, the new values will be copied to new variables, and in the function, in the called function, okay, like in this example swap, the variables will be different. If I call with these pointers, see this and a and b, what I'm doing here, I'm passing address of a and address of b to the function swap. And this, and what is and is called as address of operator. Okay, so this address is taken, and where it is stored, it is stored in yum. That is the first argument. And address of b is stored into second variable, which is n. Okay, I think you understood this one. Shall we move to next part? And what we have next here, the second. I'll upload all these files. You will get numerous help on C. Okay, so I had taken this one, but you can take, you can have any PPT or PDF or any book you can refer, that will clear your basics. So this we have done. And yes, I was discussing strings. Okay, arrays, we know how to define arrays, isn't it? So this we have covered yesterday. So how we can define array? Using this data, using a declaration saying data type space variable name and number of elements you want. So this function, this particular statement, int a5 will create an array with 5 integer elements. So what are arrays? Arrays are data structures with homogeneous elements. Means if you want to create a group with the same type of variables, same type of values, we can declare array. Okay, like we have set and all in mathematics. Array is the simplest way where we can arrange large number of elements of same type in C. The size of an array can't be changed once you define it. The number between the brackets must be constant. So we should define why it is so, because now C is a particular language where whenever you want to use okay, recorder is not there. Okay, it is not there. Okay, C is a language where before using any variable, okay, all variables should be declared first. That is the condition. So that's why if I'm using integer array a, then I should declare a array with number of elements. I cannot change the values. I cannot once after the execution, I cannot change the number of elements in array. Okay, the number between the bracket must be constant. You can give initial values for array elements, like when I declare integer a equal to b, a equal to 10, like simple integer variable. When I declare integer a, and if I want to assign value also at the same time, I can say int a equal to 10. Likewise, at the time of declaration, if we want to assign values to array, we can also do that. Integer a of 5, 3, 7, -1, 4, 6. Now this is applicable for small number of values. If I 100 values, then this is not not the way we should do this, because uh, if I declare integer a of 100, I have to type 100 values in the inside this bracket, and later if I want to change any values, it will be very difficult. Okay, a better way is what? One more way of doing this is int a, just open bracket, blank brackets, and you assign the number of values. So system will read the total size, and it will automatically calculate the size of this array. Array indices they start with 0 in C. Take this example, int a of 3 7 minus 4 1 6. So a of 0 is this one, a of 1 is this, a of 2, a of 3, a of 4. The first element is always a inside bracket 0. That is the index of this particular variable. And what is the last value? Last value, if my array size is 5, then last value will be 5 minus 1, that is 4. Last value max minus 1, because array starts with 0. The last element, if it is 5, it has to be 5 minus 1. So what this program does, this program calculates the mean of this array, mean or average. Now you can see this, for I equal to 0, I less than 5, plus I, mean plus equal to a of 0. Now here a of 0, there is a typing mistake here. It's not a of 0, it is a of I. I want to add all the values, that is I want to get the sum. Okay, so consider mean at present sum now. So initially it is 0, so 0 plus 3, then 0 plus 3 is 3. Next time a of I becomes 1. So 3 plus 7 equal to 10. Then it will be 2. So 3 plus 1 10, 10 minus 1 is 9, 9 plus 4 13, 30 plus 6 19. We get the total sum here. When we come out of this particular loop, that is 0 to 4 all the elements, we divide mean equal to mean by 5. Okay, that is 19 by 5. Whatever the value we get, that will be the average or mean, and that value we are printing it here. Okay, am I audible? Are you getting my screen? Yes, someone can answer.
Sir.
Okay, screen is visible as well as I am audible. Okay. Okay. Now pointers and arrays are very closely related. How it is so? See this. An array variable is actually just a pointer to the first element in the array. Okay. So you can access array elements using array notation of or pointers. We'll do this today. So suppose a of 0 is the same as star a of 1 is the same as a plus 1, and a of 2 is the same as a plus 2. What is the meaning here? Array name, an array variable, is actually just a pointer to the first element. Okay, first element. So if I say star a, I will get the content of the first element, but I cannot stay then later if I want, what I should do, star a plus 1. Okay, that will go to a of 1. So like this it is. Now we'll see one program here. See this, for I equal to 0 I less than 5, I'm accessing variables using pointers. So mean equal to star a plus I. So initially I 0. So it will be read as a star of a, then a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, a of 4. So all values will be added to mean. Then we'll have mean by 5. If a PA, which is a pointer variable, if a PA points to a particular element of an array, PA plus 1, of an array, if PA points to a particular array element of an array, then PA plus 1 always points to the next element, and PA plus I points I elements after PA, and PA minus I points I elements before. Okay. Now the only difference between an array name and a pointer is, a pointer is a variable, so P equal to A, where is A is a array, that is legal, and PA plus plus can also be done, because a pointer variable will increment and go to next variable, whereas I cannot do A plus plus because A is a array. Okay, it's not a variable, no normal variable, it's a array variable, so I cannot say A plus plus. So A equal to P is also not possible. Hmm? Now what about strings? How strings are done? There is no string type in C. So then uh, how to process strings then, like words, string, or sentences? So instead strings, are implemented as array of characters. If say there is a word called hello, so what is hello? HELLO, this one. So hello is a string. You can also we can also assume it as a array of characters. So inside in C, in C++, Java and all, we have string types. Okay, whereas in C there is no string type. So we have a data type which is character, and through character data type we process strings. So instead, strings are implemented as array of characters. So char star or char inside the bracket. Strings are enclosed in double quotes. So this is a string, and they are terminated by a null character which is /o. Print format percentage s. To print a string we use percentage s, which is same as, take this example, char string hello. So we are not putting see, I'm writing it manually. Okay, so that's why I have to put a null string here, because I'm assigning all the values. String.h has functions for manipulating null terminated strings. So string length, we have string length, string cat, which is string concatenate, okay, which will combine two strings, that is copy second string to first string, and you will have the result in first string. String length, character star returns length of s, string cat, character 1 2 appends s2 to s1, okay, and you print the message. String copy will copy s2 to s1. String compare copies string compare, it will compare both 1 and 2, and you will have the result. Okay, uh, we'll do this one. We'll do one example. It is possible to pass part of an array to function by pass a pointer. We can do this also. Meantime, we will run some string related programs. I think yesterday you know how to do this. Uh, which one? We did uppercase, lowercase, and all. So what happens in when you get campus placements and all, there they expect you to write in companies expect you to write your own logic. Okay, they don't want you to use inbuilt functions. Suppose in the competition, in programming competitions and all, it is given that you cannot use string or any inbuilt functions. You want to process something, you should have your own logic. Okay, so this is over. We'll close this one. We'll close and we'll have a string one file. Okay, I will do only one program, because later we can do it later, and we have done some programs. Uppercase letter, that converting uppercase to lower and lower to upper is done. Okay, now what program we'll do today? We'll see what is the characters first. We'll define char, okay, array, character array, which I'll say w, a word with 100. Hmm? So I will try to take I will have some more char w2 word 2, that is also 100. Okay, then I'll say printf enter a word, enter a string. Okay, so in this program I'm going to cover most of the string functions. Okay, string functions. Then I'll say scanf percentage s, okay, comma, what word I'll read, w. Okay, I'll say printf percentage s, comma, w. I'll say you have entered percentage s. Okay, so this should work. S1 dot c, this is string 1 dot c, s1. I'll compile and run this program. Is there any error? Okay, there is the error. What is that? We have enter a string. Okay. Hmm. Suppose if I enter a name saying Rahul Dravid. Okay. Now what will happen here? You have entered only Rahul. Why it is so? Why it is taking only one word? Any answer, please? Someone can answer. See what I have done? The entire string here. I have read percentage W. Okay, because of percentage S is Sejal Yadav. She has answered saying it's a percentage S. It cannot. Scanf doesn't take space. Okay, that is correct. So scanf, what happens? Scanf is how the scanf works. When you enter something input, it starts reading the variable or the value, and as soon as space comes, it considers as the end of that particular variable. So if I end of that particular value, so when I read Rahul, that is the only word which scanf will read, and it is stored in W. So for that, so what is the other? Then how to read the sentence? Any answer? Using gets, correct? Gets and W. So get is what? Gets is get string. Gets is get string. So if I enter use this get string, I will have the value. Now run again. Okay, we will enter this one. Say again Rahul Dravid. Okay, now you can see you have entered Rahul Dravid. The whole sentence is taken. So likewise gets, we have puts also. So I can use puts also here, and puts like get string, it is put string. Put string where? On the standard output. And what is the standard output? The standard output is your screen. So puts W. Okay, so these are get and put. Sometimes what happens? Okay, I'll show you again here. When I compile it here, I will compile and run. We get a message saying no warning, nothing. Okay, it's correct. There is nothing. But in GCC and Turbo C, sometimes puts and gets, they say the warning. Gets and puts are dangerous functions. Doesn't matter. Okay, it's not like that. You can use this gets and puts. Okay, enter a string. Okay, see this puts W. Okay, understood how gets and puts works? Get string and puts put string. Okay, now we'll type this program. I will take this hello word, input as a hello, and we'll print all its character by character. We'll see what is there in the memory. So gets W, and I will enter, and then I will say while W of I not equal to end of string. Okay, not equal to end of string, or we'll take all till end of string, while W of I equal to end of string. Okay, no, this will not work. Not equal to end of string. Okay, this is the first function. Okay, that I will show how to find the length of the string. So length equal to what? Now I. Length equal to I. No, I can do this. Length of I. Okay, length of I. I will show you. There are many tricks. Okay, where you can find. For I'll say integer variable I equal to 0. I equal to 0, and I'll take a length. Okay, we'll take length. So length equal to I, but I should be incremented, no? Okay, I'll see I plus plus here. See what happens here. Okay, where is the screen? Here. Say hello. I'm not printing length. I should print length, no? Towards this one, and say printf length of percentage s is percentage d. What is that? W and length. Is anybody waiting in the room? Participants? No? Most of have joined. Okay, run this. I'll say hello again. See this, hello, length of hello is 4. Okay, now see what is happening. What has happened here? I plus plus, it is incremented but assigned, later assigned. If I say plus plus I, we'll see whether it does it matter. In this case, it will not matter. Plus plus I. Now what has happened here? It is showing 5 now. Any answer? See what we have done. Uh, First I used I plus plus. Okay, I plus plus. I run this. Hello. So what is happening here? Enter string hello. Length of hello is 4. Length of hello is 4. Okay. First the value is assigned, then it is incremented. So if it is a hello, what will happen here? Hello will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So at the last word, which is hello O, O will become, see this, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. When you get O, that time index is 4. And that index is assigned here to length. Then we will increment to fifth position, which is null string. And you can see this null string. You will come here and you will get out of this. And length becomes what? It becomes 4. Now, do we really need to write this length here? No. Why? I just say I plus plus. I just say I plus plus. Whenever there is this reaches here, you will come out of this and you will have length in I. So I can say length equal to I. Will it work? Yes, this will work. Okay, so length is not part of while loop. Now I will say again, enter hello. See this, length of hello is 5. Got it? Okay, so just by writing these 2 lines, you will get what? The length of a string. You don't have to use string length function. In this case, what I can do? Can I write this I plus plus? Okay, and I'll do. Can I remove this one? Maybe this will work. Semicolon. Only single line. Try this again. Okay, I'll say hello. See this. This is 6 but. So why this is 6? Maybe I'll plus plus I. Oh, Control Z. Is there any other way of doing this? Maybe we have hello. You can see this. Okay, plus plus I. What will happen? It will increment first and check. Initially it is I. In this case, is it testing 0? Is it testing 0? Any answer? I have hello, no? Hello is a word. No. Then, and okay, now we want to crash this program. Okay, there is a logic, there is a error in this logic. So we'll see. I run this program again. Okay, and I just press enter. Okay, I'll just press enter here. Enter. Expand. What it is giving answer? Answer it is saying length of blank here. It is blank. Is 11. This is wrong, no? It should not have worked. Okay. So what is the other way of doing this? Plus plus I. Now this will work. This single line will work, always work if it is not a null string. Suppose if I means it's not a when there is no blank word. Suppose if I enter only single word a, what is the length? It is length is 1. That is correct, but this will not work for 0. Okay, if I enter 0 characters, that means only a enter key. See this, length is 11. It is giving this answer. So what I can do, I have to use I plus plus, I plus plus, I plus plus. But in that case, this should work, no? I plus plus, I plus plus. See this should work. Suppose if I enter blank, if I enter blank here, length is 1. Still it is giving 1 because it will cross. We will go to this particular. Initially, it's a null string. Null string is checked, and we will pass that. So the best way of doing this is what? To do this, but later you should say length should be L minus minus. You should declare. You should reduce back to one size. Now why it is so? Let's check this again. Now this will work for all values. Hello. Oh, sorry, it is taken only hell. Okay. What I'm doing here, I'm assigning, this one should be assigned first, directed first and minus minus. Okay, now this will work. Hello. Then suppose if I enter a blank, what it will do? Blank, enter. See this, length of string is 0. Okay, so with a single line, you can find a length of string. Okay, when I enter hello, what will happen? When I enter hello, see this, initially it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then comes 5 here. Okay, when 5 is the part, when you are doing with while in this loop, see this I plus plus. What is the meaning here? Increment. But in this case, you check the I. Okay. Okay. See, when you do this, you want to confirm this. What is happening? Say put char. Put char. You know how to what is put char? Put a character on the screen. Which character? I. This is for what? This is for just to confirm whether what we are doing. This is the way of debugging. Suppose you don't get anything sometime, you should print on the screen and you can see this. See this. What is happening? What has happened here? Hello. And what I'm doing here, I'm printing characters. So if you do this I plus plus, it will not check H first string. The first string is not checked. Now I'll do I plus plus here. Okay, I plus plus, and we want to try this one. And we'll use block because there are two statements now. If there are more than one statement inside a loop, we have to use block. Now run this one. Hello. Okay, double of I not equal to 0. Okay, fine. Why it is come here? Sorry. Okay, first we want to print the first character. Then I want to increment. No, I want to see all the characters which are checked, which are compared here. See this? Oh my God! See this? Okay, I have to remove this one because I have done this one. Hello. Now all the characters are checked here. Okay. Now this why it is printing 2 times, because we have puts here. We have puts. That's why it is printing. We are printing it 2 times. So this works to get the length. Hello, length of hello is 5. And if I enter just blank, what will happen here? If I enter say blank, see length of space blank is 0. Now, uh, so this is, I just wanted to confirm it whether it was checking the first character. Okay, so I'll remove this one, and remove this also. Okay, while double of I not equal to, so this is the simplest logic. Here you'll not get confused. The first character I is assigned to 0. So first check the first character whether the first character is not equal to null. If it is not so, it is not end of the string. You will do what? I plus plus and keep on doing it. Once you come to the point where this is a slash 0, I equal to slash 0, you come out of this loop and you will have the value stored into length, which is equal to 5. So this is the simplest way of finding the length. And understood how the null character was. Now, can we print null character on the screen? We'll try to print it. We'll see what it prints. Put char. Now, what is the value of I? Value of I is the last value, which is 5. I'll say double of I and see what it prints. We have never seen what is the null string. We'll see this one. Run again. Hello. Okay. Now null string put char. Okay. It's not visible, no? Hello. Length of string is this one. So null string is nothing. It will not print anything. W of I. But we want to see what it prints. We'll say put char. Put char. I'll just say a. And after a, we'll see what it prints. This is just to confirm. Okay. We just want to know what is it prints. So a, after a there is nothing. So nothing is printed. So null string is nothing. It is not printed. Got it? This is to find length. So finding a length of a string is very simple. Okay. If now that to do this we have given only one word. I can give combination also. Hello, good morning. So you can see this. It is 18. Hello is 5. Good is 4. 5 plus 4 is how much? 9. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 9 plus 7, 16. And this space and this space, 17 and 18. Okay. Whatever is possible to type on the keyboard, any character. Okay. Special character, space, all those things are considered as characters. So that is all are read. So we have totally 18 characters. Now take one assignment. Okay, take one assignment. What is the assignment here? Assignment is maybe if you don't do this, I will give the assignment. First assignment on string assignments. First one, write a program. Write a C program to reverse a string and check whether the given string is palindrome. Given string is palindrome or not. Okay. This the half part of this is already done. I have done this. You can refer and you can do this. The second program, write a C program to find the number of alphabets present in the given string. Number of alphabets and number of spaces. Okay, write a C program to find the number of alphabets and number of spaces present in the given string. This is the second assignment. Third assignment, write a program on string. Can you read a paragraph? Write a program, write a C program to read a paragraph or read a sentence, or write a C program to read a sentence. Sentence in the sense string is also considered as a string as sentence. That is, a program to read a string and find the number of alphabets, number of numerics, and number of numerics, number of special characters, and number of spaces available in the string. Is this okay? So take this assignment. These three programs, you should write these three assignments. Okay, these are three assignments, and later you will be uploading these three assignments on the Moodle. I hope you will do this, because we know what I have discussed, those things, how to find the length and all, that is enough. And we have done this palindrome program earlier. Okay, most of it has done earlier, and that is, you're going to find the number of alphabets and all. Once you know what is the string size, okay, you should use while double of I not equal to 0, then use some logic and see, okay, how many alphabets are there. Alphabets means what? ASCII value, A to Z, both lowercase and uppercase. Should consider both lowercase and uppercase in all these programs. Okay, if there is uppercase A, it's a alphabet. If it is lowercase a, again it's a alphabet. Likewise, you should find. Once you do this program, first and second, you save your second program and save it as a third program. Okay, don't make any changes. Make another copy of second program, and in the third one, you make changes in second program, extend it, and you can try for spaces, numerics, and special characters. Is that okay? Will you do it? Yes. Reply, answer something.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes. Huh? So you should do this. This will solve your most of the string related knowledge about C. Remember, you cannot use what? Inbuilt functions. So you are not going to use string length, string compare, string concatenate, is alpha, is lower, not a single inbuilt string functions. You will try using while loop and all. Character by character, you should do this manually. You know how to find the length here now? Okay, this is the how to find the length. And yesterday I have shown you how to check whether it is an alphabet or not, and whether it's a lower case or upper case. That also we have done. Okay, so all that you should do on your own logic. I will end this meeting here. I'll just connect it again. Okay, you all connect please again. Stop sharing. We will end it here and I'll start again. End.